Assalamu alaikum, friends. Today we are going to take you on a tour of one of Europe's most unique countries. A country often called the land of bunkers, where history, culture, and natural beauty come together in fascinating ways. This is Albania, a small but remarkable nation in southeastern Europe, bordered by Greece, North Macedonia, Montenegro, and Kosovo, and blessed with a long Adriatic and Ionian coastline. Though Albania is often called one of Europe's poorer countries, you will quickly realize that wealth here is not measured by money, but by hospitality, laughter, and the incredible warmth of its people. From its mountainous landscapes to its historical cities, from Ottoman-era mosques to communist-era bunkers, Albania is a land full of surprises waiting to be explored. The official name of the country is the Republic of Albania, and its population is around 2.8 million, making it one of the smaller nations in Europe. Despite its size, Albania has an incredibly rich history that stretches back thousands of years. The Albanian people speak their own unique language, Albanian, which is not closely related to any other European language. This gives Albania a special cultural identity that has survived invasions, wars, and decades of isolation. The capital city is Tirana, the vibrant heart of the nation, where colorful buildings, lively cafes, and a mix of Ottoman, Italian, and communist-era architecture tell the story of its complex past. Friends, Albania is also known for its extraordinary mountains. About 70% of the country is covered by rugged peaks and dramatic valleys, which is why it is often called one of the most beautiful mountainous countries in Europe. From the Albanian Alps in the north to the rolling hills of the south, the landscapes here look like something out of a painting. And yet, despite its beauty, Albania is still considered one of Europe's hidden gems because tourism here only started developing in the last couple of decades. That means you can still experience unspoiled nature, quiet villages, and authentic traditions that have not yet been commercialized. You must have heard the name of Mother Teresa, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate who dedicated her life to serving the poor and the sick. Many people do not know that she was born in Skopje, but her family was of Albanian descent, and she is celebrated as one of Albania's greatest daughters. This sense of compassion and kindness is deeply rooted in Albanian culture. If you are ever in trouble here, you will see how quickly strangers come to help. Hospitality, or as Albanians call it besa, is a sacred tradition. To give someone besa means to give them your word, your protection, and your loyalty, something that Albanians have valued for centuries. Now, one of the most interesting things about Albania is its unusual communication style. In most countries, nodding your head up and down means yes, and shaking it side to side means no. But in Albania, it's the opposite. Here, nodding can mean no, and shaking your head can mean yes. So if you ever visit, be careful. You might find yourself agreeing to something you actually wanted to refuse. Another striking thing you will notice in Albania is the bunkers. During the communist dictatorship of Enver Hoxha, who ruled Albania from 1944 to 1985, more than 170,000 concrete bunkers were built across the country. They were placed everywhere, on roadsides, in cities, near schools, and even in fields. Hoxha feared invasion from both NATO and the Soviet Union, and he wanted to make sure that every Albanian had a bunker nearby in case of attack. Today, these bunkers are no longer in use, and many have become overgrown or filled with snakes, but they remain as silent reminders of Albania's isolationist past. In fact, they have become a symbol of the country. Tourists take photos with them, artists paint them, and some have even been converted into cafes and museums. Friends, let's talk about the people of Albania. Around 60% of Albanians are Muslims, about 35% are Christians, and the rest identify as non-religious. But one thing you will notice is that Albanians live together peacefully, regardless of religion. Mosques and churches stand side by side, and during festivals, people of different faiths often celebrate together. This reflects Albania's long history under the Ottoman Empire, which brought Islam to the region, and its later history under communism, when religion was banned entirely. For almost 50 years under Enver Hoxha's dictatorship, Albania became the world's first officially atheist state. Mosques and churches were destroyed, and practicing religion was forbidden. This is one reason why today, even though Albania is a Muslim-majority country, alcohol, bars, and Western lifestyles are common. Many Albanians identify culturally with a religion, but are not strictly observant. Despite this history, Albanian culture is rich and vibrant. The people love music, dance, and especially food. Traditional Albanian cuisine is a delightful mix of Mediterranean and Balkan influences. One of the most famous dishes is tavi kosi, a baked dish made with lamb, rice, and yogurt, so delicious that it is often considered Albania's national dish. Another popular food is Berat, a flaky pastry filled with meat, cheese, or spinach. Albanians also have a sweet tooth, and you will find desserts like shëndetllëje, a honey and walnut cake, and triletje, a sponge cake soaked in 3 kinds of milk, which became popular during the Ottoman era. Coffee is another passion here. Albanians love sitting in cafes, sipping strong espresso, and chatting with friends for hours. Let us now take a journey through Albania's beautiful cities and natural wonders. The capital, Tirana, is the cultural and political center. Once a gray, drab city under communism, it has transformed into a colorful, lively place where buildings are painted in bright shades of pink, yellow, and blue. Skanderbeg Square, named after Albania's national hero who resisted the Ottomans in the 15th century, is the main plaza, surrounded by important landmarks like the National History Museum and the Etim Bey Mosque. Tirana is also famous for not having a single McDonald's. It is one of the only capitals in Europe without one. Instead, you'll find plenty of local eateries and cafes that proudly serve traditional food. Traveling outside Tirana, you will come across the ancient city of Berat, known as the City of a Thousand Windows. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is famous for its Ottoman-era houses with large windows that seem to climb up the hillside. Another gem is Gjirokastër, the stone city, with its fortress, cobbled streets, and Ottoman architecture. Both cities are living museums of history and culture. If you love the sea, Albania's Riviera will take your breath away. The beaches here are as stunning as those in Greece or Italy, but much cheaper and less crowded. Places like Durmi, Ksamil, and Himari are known for their crystal-clear waters, sandy shores, and lively beach bars. Inland, the Albanian Alps offer a paradise for hikers with dramatic peaks, deep valleys, and traditional villages where time seems to have stood still. One of the most beautiful natural sites is Lake Ohrid, shared with North Macedonia, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Another is Lake Shkodra in the north, surrounded by mountains and rich in bird life. Albania is also home to Butrint, an ancient archaeological site with ruins dating back to the Greeks and Romans, and it is one of the most important historical destinations in the Balkans. Friends, Albania may have once been one of Europe's poorest countries, but today its economy is growing thanks to tourism, agriculture, and IT. The younger generation is educated, ambitious, and connected to the world, while still holding on to their traditions. The Albanian flag with its black double-headed eagle on a red background symbolizes strength, freedom, and pride. In fact, Albanians call themselves Shqiptare, which means children of the eagle, and they see their land as the home of eagles. However, like every country, Albania has its challenges. Corruption remains a problem, and many people joke that the police are more interested in giving fines and keeping order. Driving in Albania can also be tricky, not only because of the traffic rules, but also because roads are often rebuilt or rerouted, making GPS unreliable. And yet, despite these challenges, Albania has a charm that wins over everyone who visits. Another unique cultural tradition here is the Gjiro. Every evening, after dinner, Albanians take a walk through their town or neighborhood, greeting neighbors and friends. This evening stroll is not just exercise. It is a way of life, a social ritual that keeps communities close. You will also notice that many houses are painted in bright colors because people believe that colorful homes bring happiness and positivity. Friends, Albania is truly a hidden jewel of Europe, affordable, beautiful, and welcoming. Whether you are walking through its historic cities, hiking its mountains, relaxing on its beaches, or sipping coffee in a Tirana cafe, you will feel the warmth of its people and the richness of its culture. For travelers from Pakistan, India, or anywhere in the world, Albania offers e-visas, and while the process requires documents like bank statements and hotel bookings, it is worth the effort to explore this enchanting land. So, if you are planning your next trip to Europe, do not forget to think about Albania, a country where history and modern life, east and west, mountains and sea all come together. Albania may be small, but it leaves a big impression on every traveler. This was our journey today through the land of bunkers, eagles, and endless hospitality. Do subscribe and like our channel for more amazing travel documentaries.